If you have a lot of body fat to lose, getting lean can look like a mountain you'll never climb. But the biggest mistake is believing you need extreme diets, painful workouts, or months of constant hunger. You don't. You need a plan you can repeat. Instead, think of fat loss as 5 connected systems: your decisions, your nutrition, your daily movement, your strength training, and your recovery. When these systems work together, progress becomes predictable instead of emotional. Most people begin by cutting food aggressively and adding huge amounts of cardio. For a few days, motivation is high. Then hunger rises, energy disappears, workouts suffer, and eventually the entire plan collapses. Extreme effort is easy to start. Consistency is what changes your body. Treat every good decision like a repetition in the gym. Choosing water instead of a high-calorie drink, 1 rep. Taking a short evening walk, another rep. Stopping when you're comfortably full, another. Those tiny wins slowly build discipline. The first system starts in your mind. Every day gives you small choices. Take the walk or stay on the couch. Prepare a balanced meal or order something impulsively. Go to bed on time or keep scrolling. Your body is shaped by repeated decisions. Eventually, something powerful happens. You stop thinking, "I'm trying to become healthy," and start thinking, "This is simply how I live." Motivation comes and goes. Identity makes good behavior easier to repeat. But mindset cannot override basic energy balance. To lose body fat, your body needs to use more energy than you regularly consume. The important word is regularly. You don't need the biggest possible calorie deficit. You need one you can actually maintain. And that brings us to the part that makes dieting dramatically easier: designing meals that control calories without leaving you obsessed with food. The goal isn't simply to eat less. It's to make your available calories work harder for you. Start with a reasonable calorie target instead of guessing how little you can survive on. Remember, your body burns energy all day, not only during workouts. Your heart, brain, and organs need energy. Digestion uses energy. Walking, standing, housework, and dozens of small movements use energy too. So choose a manageable starting intake, follow it consistently, and watch what happens to your weight trend over the next couple of weeks. Let real data guide your adjustments. Next, make protein the foundation of your meals. Protein supports muscle maintenance and can help meals feel more satisfying. That could mean eggs, fish, chicken, Greek yogurt, cottage cheese, tofu, beans, or lean meat, depending on how you eat. Then add foods with volume: vegetables, fruit, soups, potatoes, or other filling options. Finally, include carbohydrates and fats that support your energy needs. A successful meal should satisfy you, not make you immediately start thinking about the next one. One simple approach is to give your meals different purposes. Have one meal that supports performance, especially around training. Keep another meal simple and repeatable so healthy eating requires less thought. And leave room for a meal you genuinely enjoy. Healthy eating should not feel like punishment. You can enjoy burgers, tacos, pasta, or other favorites by changing portions and ingredients so they still fit the bigger plan. Sustainability beats perfection every time. Now comes an important warning. Never let one scale reading control your emotions. Your weight can rise temporarily because of water, salt, carbohydrates, food in your digestive system, and other normal changes. Instead of judging one morning, look at averages and trends. Combine 3 signals: body weight trend, waist measurement, and gym performance. Add progress photos every few weeks. When several measurements point in the same direction, you finally have useful information instead of daily noise. Once nutrition is under control, increase movement before automatically cutting more food. Walking is one of the simplest tools available. If you normally average around 5,000 steps, gradually add more rather than suddenly demanding 15,000. Walk after meals. Take phone calls standing. Use the stairs. Park farther away, or take a short morning walk. These activities look insignificant individually, but combined across an entire week, they can meaningfully increase how much you move without exhausting you. Formal cardio can come later as an additional tool. Choose something you can repeat: cycling, incline walking, rowing, swimming, or an elliptical. You don't need to destroy yourself with every session. Start with manageable durations and increase only when progress actually requires it. Think of cardio as a volume knob, not an emergency button. Nutrition creates the foundation, while extra movement lets you gradually increase energy expenditure without turning every workout into a punishment. But becoming later is not the same as building a strong-looking body. That is where resistance training becomes essential. During weight loss, training gives your muscles a reason to stay useful. Focus on major movement patterns: pushing, pulling, squatting, and hinging. Depending on your experience and recovery, several well-structured sessions each week may be enough. You don't need hundreds of exercises. You need consistent practice on movements that train your chest, back, legs, shoulders, and arms. Then slowly improve your performance. Maybe you lift the same weight for more controlled repetitions. Maybe your technique becomes cleaner. Eventually, you may increase the load. That gradual improvement is what keeps training productive. But don't chase heavier numbers by sacrificing form. Control the weight, use a comfortable range of motion, and challenge the muscles safely. The goal during fat loss isn't to win one heroic workout. It's to keep sending your body a consistent message: this muscle is still needed. Now, consider the habit that can make every other habit easier or harder: sleep. When you're exhausted, cravings can feel stronger, training feels harder, and small decisions require more effort. Create a repeatable evening routine. Keep your bedroom comfortable and dark. Reduce late-night stimulation. Watch caffeine timing if it affects your sleep. And give yourself enough time in bed to recover. You don't need to transform your sleep overnight. Even gradually improving your routine can make the rest of your plan easier to follow. And what if you're over 30 and feel like your metabolism has suddenly stopped cooperating? Age can influence health, hormones, and body composition, but lifestyle often changes dramatically too. Many people move less, sit more, sleep less, and experience more stress than they did 10 or 15 years earlier. So before assuming your body is broken, audit the basics. Look at your steps, food intake, protein, training, and sleep. Often, there are several practical areas you can improve before searching for complicated explanations. Of course, persistent fatigue, unexplained weight changes, or other concerning symptoms deserve proper medical attention. That is different from assuming every difficult week is a hormone problem. For normal progress, use your own data. Track your weekly weight trend, waist, training performance, and how closely you followed the plan. Those 4 pieces of information help separate a real plateau from a temporary fluctuation, or from a week when consistency simply disappeared. Finally, use a simple rule. If your plan is working, leave it alone. If progress truly stalls, change one thing, not everything. Add a little movement, adjust portions slightly, improve training, or fix inconsistent weekends. Then collect new data and reassess. That's how sustainable fat loss works. Not through one perfect meal, one brutal workout, or one magical supplement, but through ordinary choices repeated for months. Build the habits, measure the results, make small adjustments, and keep moving forward. Your transformation is not one giant leap. It's hundreds of successful steps